We traveled on some fabulous roads today. We got here in this magnificent place and we made it on two great bikes.
These two big adventure babies, the BMW R1200GS and the Triumph Tiger Explorer.
What we've done today, a little bit of off-road, some tarmac, okay, and now we're gonna see which one is the best. Let's start with the engine. They both share the same displacement, but there's a difference. 2 cylinders, boxer versus an inline 3. How do you feel them?
I've liked the most the inline 3 because it feels very good on the asphalt. It doesn't fight that much as the boxer, but it's not that engaging as the boxer. I think the shaft on this Triumph, it's not that refined and it's not engaging that much.
And there's one more thing. The Triumph is way more heavier than the GS. We're talking about 30 kilos or something like that.
More for the Triumph.
Yeah, and it's a huge difference when it comes to motorcycles. This facelift version of the GS, the one that was launched in the autumn, is probably the best GS ever. I can tell you because I am a GS owner. I got 2 years old GS, and this one is way better. It's improved. First of all, it's got better transmission. The gearbox is better.
I felt it also. I told you that I felt that the gearbox is working very good and it's sweet. You can change the gears without any clank or other noises that the older GS was making. But the Triumph, the shaft, the gearbox feels pretty much the same as the air-cooled GS. The Triumph has the power output lower in the rev range. That's the difference between the GS and the Triumph. The GS gives you the power
in the whole RPM range, exactly. And to sum up, I think that, and I hope you agree, I think that the inline 3 is the smoother choice and this one is the engaging choice.
If I were to do only touring on the highways and no matter the quality of the road, I would choose the inline 3 for sure. No vibes, a bit of a punch, a bit of power, and very effective.
But when it comes to having fun and wheelies,
for our age, the GS would be a proper choice.
okay, when buying this bike, you're gonna hit the road and do a lot of miles, so it's very important that a big adventure bike should be very comfortable.
I did most of the miles on the highway, on the asphalt, on this bike, on the BMW, and I must say that my bottom kind of aches. But when I changed to the Triumph, it's more comfortable than the GS.
Also, regarding the seat, it's heated both for you and both for the passenger, which is very important.
Yeah, I have noticed also that it has heated grips and also a heated tank.
Yeah, that's a very good joke. Yeah, because it gets very warm between your legs.
Yeah, it's a wicked
in
sensation.
traffic. Yeah, it's the frame.
I think so.
The exclusive thing on the Tiger, a thing that no adventure bike has it, is the windshield.
Yeah, I played that much with yesterday.
This one is a good windshield, a small but good windshield, and you can adjust it manually, even on the go, but it's not that safe.
But let me show you something cooler. If I manage to pass through the menu, I will show you. Just a second. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very useful tool. Now the riding position. I felt that the Triumph offers the perfect riding position for touring.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree with that. The handlebar is closer to you, and the position is more engaging than the GS.
When it comes to handling,
Yeah, you might say that the GS is wider and you cannot tackle the city, the traffic with it.
yeah,
But it's not true.
it's not true because the GS is the better handling bike.
Maybe because of the weight, maybe because of the turning angle, the GS is more agile. Both bikes have electronic suspensions, different manufacturers, but they both do a good job. I think the Tiger it's more comfortable on B roads than the GS.
And now I'm gonna show you something, because these bikes they come with a lot of options and electronics, and you must surf through the menu to get to them. For the riding modes you got an Enduro Pro, Rain, Road and Dynamic, which is the sportier mode. Also you can set up the suspension from this button, and this is very important. You can switch off the ABS and the traction control from a single button. This one is for the cruise control, and I think it's very simple. And one more thing, because this one also makes the difference. Let's have a look. We put it on the enduro mode because we're going to enduro and we're having a break. We're gonna turn off the engine. Now we're gonna start it again, and bang, it's the same riding mode.
It took me almost a day to learn how to use the menu on this bike. It's not that easy to navigate through the menu. You have more than 3 buttons. You have the information button, the mode button, and also another information button, but it's not rocket science. So let's say I want to change the riding mode. I must press M. I have road, rain, rider, off-road and sport. Okay, so in order to choose sport, I'll leave it in the menu and it should go on sport if the bike is turned on. But when I switch off the bike and turn it back on, now I'll turn it back on and it's back on the road.
Yeah, and this is very annoying.
It's frustrating.
Now let's talk about the brakes.
Yeah, it's easy over here because I think both bikes have the same calipers on the front and also on the rear. The brakes are assisted, so the braking power is there.
Yeah, on the rear the Triumph doesn't have the Brembo signature, but it's not so important, I think. These are adventure bikes, big adventure bikes, luxurious adventure bikes, but still they are adventure bikes, so they must be good in enduro.
Yeah. In my opinion, I've tried them both on bumpy roads, on trails.
And it was an adventure to get them here.
Yeah, it was a huge step for us to bring the bikes in this place.
Yeah, they both come fitted with road tires.
Yeah, dual sport tires.
Not so dual sport.
More road tires.
90% road tires. This one comes with Michelin Anakit 3, and this one with Metzler 2 runs next.
But the GS feels in its element in enduro.
Yeah, and that's because it's lighter. That's because it has a better steering angle.
The Triumph is also very good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all, but you must have some experience in order to keep it up.
Yeah,
in enduro.
If you want to leave the road and go
Or a
somewhere to
different
put
path, yeah.
to put your tent, or if you want to come over here, by the way, it's a very nice place. It's a village called Piertan in Transilvania, Romania. You should visit it. You can go with the Triumph or with the GS. It's pretty the same thing.
Yeah. if I were to go only touring, I would choose the Triumph for sure. But to combine everything, even riding in the city, I would pick the GS.
If I were to choose a bike, both for going to work in the city, also both for enduro and also for touring, I think the GS offers a better balance than the Tiger. The Tiger is the touring machine, but I felt it not so comfortable in the city, for example, because it's very large. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
heavy.
very larger and you feel it even heavier in the city.